The other part of my work, of course, is extending that to Coffee Creek Correctional Facility, where we've worked with women around those issues, around their alcohol and drug issues, and I can honestly say that a good majority of those folks are in there because of how those issues interrelate and the experiences of trauma that they've had in their lives. Now, addictions are an amazing issue. They're not about our failings as society or as parents. They're not about a lack of willpower. They're an amazing conglomeration of all kinds of different things that come together that put a person in a place where they feel like they don't have options. And sometimes they need to just sit back in their stuff and walk away from everything, step away from it, and be in a world that is different from where they are. And unfortunately, people self-medicate themselves by taking drugs to do that. That is the sad reality of the situation. In order for people to get past some of that stuff, and like I said, Coffee Creek, I've been working in there for a long time, and I know that some 95% of the Native women that I've worked with in there are in there because of alcohol and drug-related crimes, and many of them are property crimes. These are huge issues. This is a public health issue in our society these days. And I jokingly talk about, the zombie apocalypse is upon us because of how bad this is. This is an effort to try to stem some of that, to try not to make it so that people go to prison for things that we really could we could fix some other ways. We could fix this by investing in alcohol and drug treatment in a way that makes sense. We could not overburden our child welfare system with this issue. We could not create more people that have to go to prison because they ended up in the child welfare system and were moved from home to home to home and were traumatized. This bill does some really great work around fixing some of those things, around making it, maybe making us better stewards of our state. I'm particularly worried about kids who end up in child welfare because of this issue, because of addictions, because of over-incarcerating people when we could be dealing with it in other ways that are significantly less costly. Our budget for the Department of Corrections is huge. Now, we may not see a huge growth maybe necessarily in population there, but the money's still there, and the money's still going to keep costing us. It's still going to keep costing us more and more to house people in the correctional facility. 14,600 people. That's a town. That's a town, a city, a small city. We're just putting too much effort into putting people in prison rather than recognizing that as a society we have to do something different. We have to recognize that human beings live in this world and that they're related to us, they're down the street from us. And if we just continue to ignore them and not work on the things that they're struggling with and not help them, then how do we live in this world? How do we call ourselves good human beings if we're not willing to do that? This is an amazing effort towards doing that. I urge an aye vote.